Hello everyone. I have an intense struggle with noise. I can't be in a place in which there are loud noises. I feel uncomfortable down to my very core. My hand starts getting sweaty, my heart starts pounding, and I feel my eyes and ears wish to disappear. That applies to at any noise, specifically with irritating noises. But that's for another TED Talk. I love being quiet. It calms me, helps me organize my thoughts, and I feel as if I find my inner peace every time I sit quietly. In 1654, scientist and philosopher Blaise Pascal wrote, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." I'd like you all to think deeply. When was the last time you found yourself sitting in complete silence? Probably not so lately. A recent study in the journal Science found people are terrible at sitting alone with their thoughts. It says that many people choose to self-administer an electrical shock rather than sit quietly in a room alone with their thoughts. It is true, though, not many people sit or can sit in silence, not using their phone or any distraction, and be alone with their thoughts very often. I see it on people on the bus, on trains, on streets, or even in my surroundings. People embrace the need of having something that will keep their minds empty with thoughts and full of irrelevant material from Facebook, Instagram, or maybe even TikTok today. Instead of figuring out who they are and how to solve their problems, they occupy their minds with cat videos, for example. Videos and social media kill their minds relentlessly without them noticing it. Researchers brought people into the lab and told them they were going to be asked to sit alone in an empty room for 10 or 20 minutes. They took everything away from them. Cell phones, watches, iPods, whatever. Next, they showed the participants some random pictures. Finally, they pointed out a nearby button, which they pressed would give them an electrical shock. Westage says that they had each participant press the button just for practice, and then asked them how unpleasant it was and whether they would pay money not to be shocked again. The participants said the shock was unpleasant and guessed that they would pay money to avoid being shocked again. The researchers then asked the test subjects to sit and entertain themselves with their thoughts for 10 to 20 minutes. There were only two rules. They were not allowed to get out of the chair, and they could not fall asleep. They encouraged the participants to enjoy themselves with pleasant thoughts. Moreover, if you'd like to receive an electric shock again, go ahead and press the button. Westage says the research team had debated the aspect of the study. It was ridiculous, some thought, to think that people would choose to shock themselves. They were outstanded by the results. They had already told us that they did not like the shock. They had already told us they would pay not to receive a shock. What says Westage? With abusement. So we were not really expecting that people would do that. However, at the end of the study, we found that about 70% of the men and 25% of the women chose to shock themselves during that 12-minute instead of just sitting and entertaining themselves with their thoughts. Silence relieves stress and tension. It promotes psychological and emotional benefits, and it can regenerate brain cells. Moreover, silence is good for overall physical health and well-being. It gives the brain a break and we do our best work in silence. I believe that if everyone here takes every day 5 minutes of silence and will add every time 10 minutes or even less, they would see the change in their lives in no time. Thank you.